So today we're talking about volume of pyramids and cones. And for the most part, they have the same 1/3 area of the base times the height. It's just that the base is going to be different in these. So first thing I'm going to do is find the pyramid. Determine the volume of a hexagonal pyramid with a base perimeter of 60 and a height of 7. So I always start with 1/3 base times height. So I need to find the base. So what can I do to find the base? Well, I know that I have a hexagonal pyramid, so I have a hexagon on the bottom. So to find the area of a hexagon, remember that is 1/2 AC. So if the perimeter is 60, that means each side is worth 10. So if each side is worth 10, then when I try to find my opossum, half of that is 5. This is a 30 triangle, 5 is the square root of 3. So I can take this and plug that in for my base because that's really the area of the base. So 1/3, 1/2, the approximate 5 to the square root of 3, and the perimeter is 60 times my height of the pyramid, which is 7. So I'm going to take half of 60 to give me 1/3 times 30 times 5 to the square root of 3 times 7 on the end. I can either do 30 times 5 is 150, and then a third of that would be 50. So let me say that again. I can take 30 times 5 and get 150, and then take a third of that to get 50. Or I can take a third of 30, which is 10. 10 times 5 is still 50, the square root of 3. Remember, all of these are really just multiplying, so it doesn't matter what order you multiply, just multiply one of the numbers one time. Times 7, so this gives me 350, the square root of 3, units cubed. And the next one. Determine the volume of a cone if the slant height is 20 and the radius is 12. So if the slant height is 20, that's this here. I know my radius is 12. I also need to know the height though. Because keep in mind that your formula is volume equals 1/3 base times height. I know the base has to do with the radius pi r squared, so I could even write this as 1/3 pi r squared h. So I need to find h. So I'm going to come over here and do h squared plus 12 squared equals 20 squared, because realistically that's a right triangle in there. So this gives me h squared plus 144 equals 400. Subtract the 144 to both sides. That would give me h squared equals 256. Take the square root of both sides to get rid of the square. So h is equal to 16. If you look at that, that's really a 3, 4, 5 triangle. You just multiplied every side by 4. So here we go. 1/3 times pi times 12 squared times 16. So this gives me 1/3 of 144 pi times 16. I'm going to do 1/3 of 144, which gives me 48 pi times 16. So this gives me 768 pi units. And the last one, determine the height of a pentagonal pyramid with a base of 4 square inches, units, and a volume of 104 cubic units. Because this says square units, they've already found the base. So when we do this, it will be 104 equals, oops, sorry, let's start again. 1/3 base times height. This gives me 1/3 times 24 times h. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this 1/3 here. So to get rid of the 1/3, you can take 1/3 of 24 to give you like 104 equals 8 divided by 8. H equals 13. That might be easier. Not what I originally did. I multiplied by 3, and got 312 equals 24H. And then I divided both sides by 24. Nonetheless, H still gives you 13.